Hi, welcome to Slow English with Brian. I'm Brian. In this video, we will talk about friends. There are many kinds of friends, but we will talk about the most common types of friends. First, let's talk about what people think when they hear the word friend. When I think about that word, I think about someone with whom we talk a lot or do things a lot, and someone about whom we care. We talk with them, we do things with them, and we care about them. When young children have friends, they often do things a lot together because they don't have enough language skills or mental capacity to express their ideas or their feelings. But as they grow up, they can start to share their thoughts and feelings with their friends more often. I have some friends who only like to do things with me, like exercise. But I have other friends who like to share ideas or just talk for fun with me. Please tell me what you like to do with your friends. Next, let's talk about another type of friend. It is called a work friend. These are people with whom we talk a lot and with whom we work, but we might not talk with them outside of our jobs very much. When I taught in Hanoi, I had many work friends. Some of them were other teachers like me. We talked about teaching and English and learning Vietnamese. I also had work friends who were the office workers in the building in which I worked. They had the job of talking on the phone to the parents of my students. So I often talked with those work friends about students. I talked with, worked with, and cared about those work friends, but we didn't spend time together outside of work very much. That's why I call them work friends, not normal friends. Another kind of friend is a best friend. People think about the phrase best friend in two ways. People like me, who think about it in the first way, say that a best friend is the number one friend in your life, and there is only one person like that. That's because the word best means better than everything else. Other people, however, think that we can have more than one best friend. They say that best friends are just a group of friends who are above normal friends. In American English, people use both ideas when they say best friend. So you can choose. If you think like me, by thinking that a best friend is one special, unique person, or whether a best friend is someone who is just above normal friends. Tell me in the comments below if you think that people can have more than one best friend. Also, usually, people who have a best friend have been friends with that person for a long time. For instance, for me, my best friend is my wife. She and I have known each other since 2019, so we have been together for a long time. So far, we have talked about normal friends, work friends, and best friends. But now I want to talk about a different kind of friend. Let's talk about acquaintances. These are people whom we know, and maybe we talk with them or do things with them sometimes, but we don't have a strong connection with them. For instance, if you go to a store every day and someone else from your neighborhood goes at the same time, and you see each other every day at that store and know each other's names, maybe you will talk sometimes, but you don't care a lot about each other. That is an acquaintance. You know them, maybe you talk with them or do things with them, but you do not have a close connection. There is one more kind of friend that I want to talk about. That is an online friend. These are people with whom we write messages online. Maybe we send them emails or talk with them on special websites called forums, or maybe you see them on social media websites that are very popular and talk with them there. But you don't see them in real life. You only know them through the computer or your phone. Before the internet, people still had friends like this, but they had a different name. They were called pen pals. Pal means friend, and a pen is like a pencil. They were called pen pals because people who were pen pals wrote letters to each other and sent them to each other in the mail. Now, we don't need to do that because the internet makes things much easier in that way. Tell me, did you have a pen pal when you were younger? Or do you have any online friends? Before we end this video, I want to practice the word acquaintance. It is a hard word to spell, but let's talk about how to say it. We say it in 3 parts. Acquaintance. Acquaintance. If we are talking about more than one person, we add is at the end. Acquaintances. Acquaintances. Please like and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Bye.